Hello, this is Wicked Shrapnel, and I'm back with another Sam's haul. And I think it's been almost 2 months. I haven't checked, but I made 30 meals, but I don't eat them every single day, so I'm eating them about half the time during the week, maybe 3 or 4 days a week. But I mean, this is still a cheap way to eat, but it's gotten more expensive. The inflation, and I've definitely noticed the prices have gone up at Sam's. So this time I made some changes to the recipe. I try to change things up a little each time just to make it a little bit different. This time I cut out the potatoes, trying to lower the starches that I'm intaking. Maybe lower the carbs a little bit. I haven't calculated what the macros are in my new formula yet, but I guess we'll see how it works out. But I added an extra bag of spinach. This time I got 6 bags of spinach, and each one is 40 ounces. It's 240 ounces of spinach. I got 5 bags of the little mini peppers. I like these guys. They're very convenient. A lot easier to process and put in the bags than a big pepper that you gotta dice up. I think I got 5 bags of the petite carrots. These are much easier to split up than a big carrot that you have to cut up. And they're about the same price too, so it's not bad. Carrots are pretty nutritious and low calorie. So carrots will probably always stay in the recipe. And instead of going with the big 10-pound frozen bags of chicken, I found that, like I'd mentioned in the videos before, like one of those chicken breasts will be like 1.5 pounds huge, and then like another one will be like a 1/2 pound. And I was trying to put just one in each bag, and it does average out over time, but I thought that these fresh chickens, which are only like a penny or two more a pound than the frozen ones, and they seem to be a little bit more consistent in the size of the individual breasts. So I'm gonna end up freezing these, but I'm buying them fresh. They say no added hormones or steroids, and they're vegetarian fed. Or are there chickens out there that are like carnivore chickens? Are they selling carnivore chickens on the market? I thought all chickens were vegetarians. I don't know. I guess you could they eat bugs. They say they're all natural. It's free to roam in barns. Free to roam in barns. I've seen chicken barns, and they don't look like they could roam around too much because they're like packed to the gills. But I guess if they can move a little, then they're free to roam. That's just funny. Free to roam in barns. Oh, funny. There's some asterisks next to it. Oh, minimally processed, no artificial ingredients. Contains up to 3% retained water. And federal regulations prohibit the use of added hormones or steroids in poultry. So I guess no poultry has added hormones or steroids, but they like to add that in big, bold letters on the front when I think that's the case for all chickens. So it doesn't seem like it's any specially cared for chicken. It just seems like you're run-of-the-mill chicken farm. But they are fresh and not frozen, even though I'm going to immediately freeze them after I split them up into bags. And to replace the potatoes, I've been using chicken instead of red meat, so I traded the cow for some magic beans. I got pinto beans and black beans, so it's 24 pounds of beans that I'm going to split over 30 meals. That's a lot of beans. So I figure I'll be getting more protein out of the beans than the potatoes. They still do have 21 grams of carbs per quarter cup. So I might not be cutting carbs that much. But I think there's more protein. I didn't really compare. I just really wanted to change the potatoes for something else, and I figured I'd try some beans. I'm gonna put a little bit of each kind of bean in the bag. So I guess I'm gonna start splitting these up. Let's see how it goes. And I also have a new Instant Pot coming tomorrow. I've had this Instant Pot, I think, since 2014, and it is still kicking. And at the time, I paid like, I think it was like $180 for it. They were pretty expensive back then. Now you can get them for, I think they're going for $89 right now. I'd seen sales, like on Black Friday sales, where they've gone down to like 29 bucks. So if you ever see an Instant Pot on sale, I think they're worth it. And these are pretty big. I think I can fit two. How many are, let's see here how many are in each series. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And so I can't quite fit 2 in each thing. I'll put the smaller one. We'll just do 2 for now. That's a good amount of chicken. And I need to get a knife to cut these bubbies up. And I think I could put 3 of these peppers if I remember correctly. I really don't have an exact formula down for this yet, and I've done it, seems like almost a year now. But I keep mixing up the ingredients so things change up. And then I forget how many of the things that I bought. I don't feel like looking it up when I'm there. This is, oh, that one's got some brownage on it. Let's cut that off. I forget how many of these. I'll just do 2 slightly small handfuls. Then for the beans, alright, I gotta get the beans open. This is a potential mess if this bag falls over. Please don't fall over. I'm just gonna put, these are just dry beans. Dry beans, put some magic beans in there. And I've been cooking, like when I first started making this, I think I was making it for like 10 or 12 minutes. Now I do it for like 30 or 40 minutes. I just get everything really cooked up in there. Wonder if 1 handful is going to be enough to get rid of the whole bag in 30. I don't think 30 handfuls. I'm going to have to do 2 handfuls of each. I'm really calculating this. Oh, I hear beans falling. I'm dropping beans. There we go. And then to top it off, the spinach. So it's 9:11 p.m. right now. I just want to kind of see how long it takes me to process all these. I haven't really timed myself before. I think it takes about a half hour. But a half hour, and I've been eating on these things for like 2 months. And these are perfectly fine. After 2 months, I taste no difference in the results. I think that's good. That's a day's meal. Maybe since I got 6 bags of spinach, I could top her off all the way up. And I have put like mushrooms in this before. I'm still putting either a can of green beans or a can of corn in. And I leave all the water that's in the can and I dump it in. And then I bought a bunch of V8. So some days I'll put just a can of V8 in. substitute that for the chicken broth. It just kind of changes the flavor profile a little bit. And I've been eating a cup of rice. I did reduce it to like 3/4 cups for a while, but I like the cup of rice, just the consistency and everything. That when it comes out, a cup of rice is good. So instead of cutting rice, I cut out potatoes, added some magic beans, and I guess we'll see how well it cooks up. So there's one down. I've got about 29 more to go. I won't make you watch me do all that. But I will come back with you tomorrow because I've already cooked for today. I'm not cooking another one. But tomorrow, when I get my new Instant Pot, it's an 8-quart one. And before I had the 6-quart, so it's a little bigger pot. Even though I don't fill up the 6-quart one anyway. But sometimes the frozen chicken breasts are too big to fit in the pot, right? So I figured getting a bigger one would give me some more room. But I'll show you that tomorrow. I'll show you my packed freezer. Right now, I think I have one meal left from the last batch in the freezer. So that's pretty much it. I just want to give you a little update. And as far as any weight loss, there's been no weight loss. That's why I'm trying to cut potatoes. Thinking maybe if I cut potatoes, probably if I ate this every single day, I would be losing some weight. But on those days that I'm not eating this, I've been eating hamburgers and pizzas and tacos and all the things that I really like. I still figure that eating this 4 out of 7 days a week is better than eating pizza, burger, and tacos all 7 days. So, I mean, I haven't gained weight, but I haven't lost it either. So, I'm maintaining, and I feel like this is a good, healthy meal to try to eat the majority of the days of the week. So, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So, I'll see you tomorrow with my new Instant Pot. All right, so we got a new 8-quart Instant Pot came in. It looks like it has blue LED instead of red like the old one. But I'm going to be cooking rice now in my old 6-quart one. I just wanted to show you this is how much water you put in, just enough to cover the rice. It's what I like. I'm going to put that in my 6-quart. Put it on. Make sure the seal's down, and then I'm going to do manual for 2 minutes. There is a rice button on there, and that does like low pressure for 12 minutes. Instead, I'm going to do high pressure for 2 minutes and then just let it naturally vent. So for like 12, 15 minutes, and then the vent will automatically be released all the high pressure, and it should come out with some good rice. And we got our pre-packed, all frozen. It's the ones we just did with the beans. Potatoes open. And I always like to get the chicken or whatever meat on the bottom. Get all the beans out. It's the first time I'm doing beans, so I'm interested to see how it turns out. And got our chicken broth, about a cup, or whatever you think a cup is. I think that's about a cup. And green beans. And the Sam's Club green beans I like better. They are out, so I had to get these Del Monte ones, which require a can opener. I like the little pull tabs on the Members Mark green beans. Just dump all those in there. I've been putting a little honey in there. I really just wanted a honey bottle because I have a big thing of honey. But like to buy a honey bottle, it costs almost as much as a bottle of honey, so figured might as well get the honey with it. Look at that. Look at that. Turmeric. Coarse red pepper. Some ground cumin, or however you want to pronounce it. And ground cayenne. Paprika. And some black pepper. That's it. At least that's what used to work on my previous recipe. Hopefully it still works on this one. And this one, instead of a manual button, I think it's got pressure cook. 35 minutes, that's what it defaults to. And it's high pressure. That's what I'm gonna leave it at. That's been good enough in the past for just about anything. So I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. All right, so let's see what we're working with here. Both of these are done. And the rice has been sitting for a while, actually. But it did not stick to the bottom of the pan. Just scrape it off there. Boom. Very well done rice. And let's take a look at our beans before I mash it up. Let's see if my beans are good. That looks like a good bean. Oh yeah. It's a cooked bean. Where's the black beans? I guess those are black beans. I didn't think they look like that. That's not how they look at Chipotle. But they're good beans. And this is almost getting to be like a Chipotle mix with some beans and rice and chicken all shredded up. I'll give you a little closer look at my mashing process. You can kind of hear when it, like over here, when it's really hitting the bottom, and that's what I try to do, like all the way around. And that makes sure that the chicken is all completely shredded up. Sounding pretty good. There's a little tough spot over here. And then mix it up. Looks good. I'm excited to try the new beaniness mix instead of potatoes. So it's not really a mash anymore, like the Monster Mash. There's no more potatoes in there to really call it a mash. This is more like a, I don't even know, what do you call this? It's almost kind of like a jambalaya with all my spices that I put in it. Kind of like a Chipotle mix too. All right, let me try this. Peppers in there. It's delicious. Gumbo. It's kind of gumbo or jambalaya. I don't know what to call it anymore. But it's definitely good. All right. Well, did I show you all the freezer packed in. And I did run out of chicken, but I got a bunch of ground beef up there that I could substitute in for the ones that I ran out of chicken on. So I think I'm good. Alright guys, well, I just wanted to show you the update, the new recipe, and the new Instant Pot. The 8-quart one did great. And the new recipe, still don't know what to call it, but it tastes good. Alright, we'll talk to you later. Take it easy.